Okay, so how to draw spiral or spring in perspective. So first of all, spiral or spring will be uh, inside tubular form, right? So it's like tube or pipe. And if we look at this pipe from hello, Tron. If we look this pipe from top, like it will be a circle. So I already put this circle in a square. And if we look this pipe from side, um, let's say, no, from side it look like a right angle. Now if we're talking about spiral, let's say spring, right? Spring. Spring from side will look like this. So from top it look like circle, from side it's zigzag. So and let's make it this green color. What is important difference, like when we just want to slice, kind of cut tube with we'll make this like section cut, it will be ellipse in the same perspective like top and bottom ellipse. Will follow same perspective grid. But in spring there's only like top and bottom ellipse. Other ellipses, they're not ellipses actually at all. It's a constantly rising curved line. So let's say again, if I have this kind of box, so this is will be two ellipses parallel to each other. So they're parallel to ground, parallel to each other. No. And this thing, what happened in the spring, it's actually, it's never like, if in the ellipse we have the starting point and then line, curve line going like this and coming back to same point on the same surface. In a spring, it's never coming back to same point. It's moving upward and coming back same point on a higher level. So like, if we look from top, it will look like it's make circle. From top, it look like a circular movement. But when we look from perspective, or it look rising movement like this, or like from a side view, it will look like this. It's going here and going here. So on a farther point here, it's touch this side of this kind of this box. So if I make here this middle, so it will be touch here. So it's like this, right? And here is kind of hard part here. It's how to find all this bit in between. How to find this in perspective, this curvature movement. So and answer in this video right now. So first I show you in a isometry perspective, like most simple perspective, and then I will show in other perspective, like two vanishing point perspective, curvilinear perspective, like fish eye perspective. Same principle apply to different kind of perspective. Important is just understand how it works. So let's make it here and draw again, just bigger size. Так. Maybe a little access so we can see this side here. Так, so this is our box. Now I divide it like this so I can draw ellipses for tube. So this is kind of this general form for all spring here, and then I find these sections. No, I just choose how many divisions will be, how many elevations, floors. So again, it's like it might be this spring, it might be like a spiral stairs. It might be some kind of like a spring for suspension. So here is one section, and I will choose how many to show here. Maybe for beginning, let's just four elevations. So then I already tell you about these points. So it's like point of start and return kind of on the next level. So it's like spiral of self growth, let's say, self growth. It's like how your skills and perspective growing. Так, so if from this point we'll make this line here, so I can find all these points here, and I can find this point on the other side, so it will be between this in the middle. So if I again draw the center line and I find middle points everywhere now, so we have these lines. And how to find all these other lines? Okay, so if I draw here on this side projection, I draw a line, and again I divide on the middle, what we will have this intersection here. back. Okay, here. So you see this point is right like in a half between this point and this point, right? So it's between here. So in this point, let's say if this point and this point, it's this. If we look from top, this point and this point, it will be this and this. So because it start rising from here, moving up, so lowest point is this one on the right side. It's here. Then it's going here, this point. Then it's keep turning, okay, and then we are here. And then we keep moving up and we come back to this point. So how it works here in perspective. So we have, again, we can divide this side, like you see this side of a right angle. And now, instead of having in the middle like here, we draw this point which is like quarter. So it's here. And again, I just doing it on every section. And for this one, it's opposite. So if here it's the lower half, then this side it will be upper half. So here you see, that's why it's complex. It's maybe like very lines might be very close, or sometimes even like overlapping. So like here, they almost overlapping. It's kind of overlapping here. So this kind of, you see this trick. It's this center line of front surface overlapping with this left side surface, and this is my drawing here. But in a way, for me, I can keep this distinction. I can say, yeah, I know this point is here, and this one is here. So if this will be middle from a farther plane, right? And this upper half, again, this. So I have this closer to me point and this further point. So it's this point and this point. This point and this point. They're on a different, totally different space. So, okay, now I find all these 4 points, right? So we have these 4 points for spring. So if we look again from top, it's 4 points of this circle. But you know, like with ellipse, for beginning especially, it's very confusing to draw ellipse using only 4 points. You know, because you're not sure, you kind of like you go like this or like this. If you have more points, it will be more clear. So practically we can draw a lot of points, you know. They just like on the same distance from a center, like these 4 points. We can do it in this projection, you know. It's just like this one, it just project all around. But one easy way to do this, it's just to find 4 more points. And these 4 more points we can find if we connect this kind of 45 angle. And this points here. Why it's simple? Because because this will be half of this. Again, maybe like a side view here, make like zoom in side view. Again, what happened from a side view with this spring is starting here, go to here, go here, again middle, I come back, middle, come back here. So it's half here, half between these 2 points, right? In these sides, it's a quarter, because it's between this and this point. It's between this and this point, right? So this 45, let's make it here, yellow. This 45 points they between this and this, so it's like again half quarter. What let's call half of the half of the half. So here we have these corners, right? And so we just make a line through center. So we have this center line here again, which is like very close with edge line. That's why it might be confusing for beginning. And so when we draw, also this is why we need bottom and the top ellipse here on this box, because they give us this curvature which we can project to other parts of this tube. So let's say here this 45 goes this way, here it goes this way. So we have angle for this line here. So if like one way to find this line, it's connect these points, and I will find center line and I connect this quarter line. Then this point I'm moving up, it will be here, right? But here again we need to add to it, we need to add this elevation. So now on each corner, on each edge, we divide half, half, and other half. So if here it will be half, 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 here it will be between this, so its point is here, here, half, half, here. You see what I mean? So this middle, then here it's we divide on half, and between this first half, then here it will be between top and this quarter. So what we have starting point, then we have line from center go to corner, we have this making parallel going to center, and here will be this point. How it works again, this like essentials from Scott Roberts and how to draw book, how to project points, you know. So let's say make here other example. Again, it's like very complicated in the beginning, and it's require very slow, thoughtful approach. But this what make it essential, because then later it will be more easy and you don't need to draw it so complex every time. It's just important to understand how it works. Так. So here, for example, we have this point, right? But I want to make it on the other edge. I want to find this point higher here, right? So to have exact clear understanding how high, like relative to this perspective, I can make it like, I can choose H here, maybe let's say like middle here, right? Then I can project it to center line. Then center line, I need to follow this direction. So I follow this direction. And then from this point, it's just a vertical line, intersect with this one. And we have this point on the side of a tube on this edge. So if we do, let's say here, see, so it's in the bottom, okay, maybe here. And I choose how high. I say, okay, want this high. I draw it parallel to this, then it intersects this line. And actually, so this is how we draw circular stairs, spiral stairs. It's just we can draw any kind of points on this ellipse, right? And then you move it up, and you need to ground it to center line. So we have this kind of slice, right? So then we have point. So move up here, and I say this high, right? So it should be like a slice plane, which is like cut through. Second, one more example. Because like if I put point here, right? Where is it? I can like I make it point here, and I can say you it's in the front surface of this tube, but where exactly? How should I how to show it? So if I drop vertical line and it's touch it here, then from this point I connect it with center line. Okay, so now we have some idea, and I can extend it to box edge, and then it will, now it's connected to box. Or I can use this center line and draw line parallel to this. So now we know, now we have this full slice. So I hope it's clear, because it's hard to draw, not messy. Maybe again, like if like a very center. So now when we have this slice, we can make point in any edge, and we can project using this slice, we can project it, right? So in any direction. So that's why we need this bottom ellipse, because this bottom ellipse gives us this line. And I say, okay, here. And now I draw parallel. So following logic of making plane, right? So this plane is like right angle in perspective. And this plane give me idea of placement in a space. Where in a space is this point? And this how we can, like, it's called like Boolean operations. So this how we can modify any like spherical or like round objects, round forms. So you see again here, we have this line, right? How to make this kind of complex cut here? I can say, okay, I go from here, I go up here, and I follow same direction. I follow same direction. And now I can, like, I follow this curvature. Okay, so now we have this pi. Now here, if I do this, we have this like a step, right? So same here. On the bottom, I find like, this is point here. Then I move it up and I say, how high up? High like this point. So from this point I make projection and say, so this is this high here will be here because we make intersection. So, and then again we have curvature, and we project this curvature from this point to upper here, right? So this how it works. So this principle of projecting points on this circle in perspective, an ellipse, I apply in here. So let's say here we have this direction, right? And we have this point here. So now I can move it up. I don't need this point. This point. We need this point. So now I can follow same angle connected to center line. And now we have this point H on the center line. So I know exactly where is in the center line this H. And now when this actually I need. So when this point here intersects with this one, we have this point here. So same here. When this curvature intersects with this, we get this point. When from this point here make parallel to this direction, right? So we have this H on the center line. And now we drop vertical line from this point to this. So we have now this point in perspective. Same here. So we have this line point here. Now I drop it up. Now like this. So I put color, all these points. It's look like this. So now and keep doing same stuff to other parts. So half, half, half. Here, half, half. here, half, half here. This is just half, and here, between here. Again, так, so this will be here, this middle. This point. Here. So this might be stairs, or it might be, you see, like a flow of debris in a spiral movement, like in Akira, you know. Так. So this here, here, here. Actually. So now I can eyeball in already, because this is a metri, right? So I just can repeat same kind of distance. And here will be this just circle on the top and a circle on the bottom. So here is simple perspective, and there it's more interesting when we go to like perspective with a horizon line, a vanishing point. See. So let's say vanishing point here. Так, so box, then divide this box. Let's say how many I want. And here it's very interesting to see how spring will change, how this curvature will change direction, because it's going from bottom to above horizon line. So it's changing curvature. It's very cool. So here's this middle. Oh, also again I remind this feature of drawing freehand. It's that is never perfect, so you should always forgive yourself for some minor mistakes, kind of. Так, so okay, so we have this front, back. It's half here, it's half here, half here. So this like easiest can immediately find. Half here. Same here is quarter, quarter. Quarter. So, and again, like understanding this principle, I tell with the points in the tube. You understand, like, if you have any problem with curvature here, you can stop and find this particular point in perspective. Just like any point on from a bottom sphere, from bottom ellipse. Так. So here, quarter. It's just, you see, like in the actual drawing, it became so many points. It's really hard to maintain focus on all this. Так, so, and this one. So I can just find this like edge for this 45-degree points. Same here. It will help me. Dun, dun, dun. So it's like between side of like edge of a tube and a central line somewhere here. Так, here. Very close to this edge. So I can do this way in this case, because here in the middle it's pretty empty, so it will be easier for me to control. So I just find these points. Так. Wait, what's this? Okay. Так, 1, 2. So here I did before mistake. So like this. So this is different levels, like a first floor, second floor, third floor, etc. in the central line. So now I can make these divisions in the central line for my 45-degree points. So if I have this quarters here, right? So now I can find, okay, this bottom half quarter. I just project it here and I have this point. This one, it's upper half quarter. So I follow this direction and I say, okay, this point is here. You see, again, how it works. So this center line, this ellipse, and I can say like, okay, this high, right? And here. So I have this direction, I drop line parallel to this and intersect. I have this point, or I can do any other h any other direction. So this high here. So same here. Так. Так. Okay, so start, go in curve here, go in this quarter, then here it's this one. And here так, this quarter. Okay, anyway, I will just use these 4 points because too many points to follow. So start here, going here, going to middle, going to quarter here. So you see, like if here we can see this, how's it called, this thing, this fish, here it's became too kind of close to each other, so it became like almost like in one line. Так. And here we'll go quarter. Double check what happened here. So this side here, so go here, this middle point. So you see again, like it's important where is side of tube and where is these 2 points here. So it's like front to here and this on the side. So here it's like little lower than this front point, so curvature will go this way now. And now again we have this side, this lower quarter, go to middle here, will be this movement, then here we have this quarter and this point. So you see how these 2 points are related. So here this front point, this front point here, this quarter here, then they're very close. Then now is this front point is above and this is below. Now it's more above, more above. So, and this how it make it look. Так. Here's quarter. Go to middle. Same these 2 points. Now it's closer. So close, so I'm even not sure, maybe I can go like this. Yeah, I think. Same here. So you see now it's change this direction. Now this point and this point here. Like this. So again, because freehand, you can like as little adjust if it you see like you can do this properly by finding like exact projection of 45 point, but I avoid because it's so confusing. It's too many points, so it may help you to correct some curvature. So anyway, more you draw this, you better you have better your eye to see like where's problem with curvature. If you draw on a computer, if you draw like on a tablet or stuff like that, you can you can make any level of complexity because you use layers, right? Or I don't know, or if you just have a lot of time to and patience to calculate every point, you can do it too. Okay, so this spiral here, and next right away I can tell how we can use this. So here we can do one more operation. We can like put pillar in the middle. So it might be like pillar, or it might be like exclusion of form. So let me show you. So I will convert this thing, this wire, kind of spiral wire, I will convert it now to spiral slide. So it will be this like a slide surface moving spirally upwards. How to do this? To do this, let's again use a bottom, and I find, like I say, okay, here this size will be my middle pillar, or this kind of cut. So you see it's kind of also screw, like a core of a screw. And now you see again we need to find all these points which will make it proper. So how to do this? So we have like easiest is this just project these 4 points, because it's easier eyeballing and freehand draw. So we have surfaces, have center line, and we already have these points, right? So now I just make this plane, cut plane, like I show here, right? So from this point I make line to center line, and this line is parallel to this line here. And then from here I move it up, so now I have this cut. Same here, we have these 2 points, I just project them to top here. Same here, we have 2 points, this high. Top, yeah. Already, yeah, so this high 2 points here. This high 2 points here. So now we have this here. So from here I can draw curvature this way. So same here, project to center line, intersect with this one, and I have this plane. From here, center line, intersect this one, have this point. Take this point here, center line, have this point. Так. Center line, go here, go here. So you see, like again, if like we look from this, so I cut it here, right? So now I need to find not just one point like before, now find this kind of thing for like 4 lines in perspective. So these 4 lines give us this surface. So we have this ring, but in perspective. So let's show you here. For here. Have 4 line here, 4 line here. And now they just projected kind of here. Take here. What happened? This part I completely lost what happened here. Let me double check. So I rebuilt this box here. So this box. Here. Okay. Yeah, so here is crazy. It's this transition here. This my brain is blocked. Так. Okay, what to... So this two parts. Okay. Oh, hello, Joshua. Yeah, here actually I stuck in this moment here. It's kind of interesting. Maybe my brain is tired already. Have a glitch. Anyway, here, till this moment, it's fine. This kind of example, like how many work needs to make to be able to make good tutorial, because I prepare before I do this. I make sure I understand everything, but here I kind of lost something. I making mistake here in something, so I don't want to pretend like I understand what I'm doing. So all principles is right, but I losing something when I making in this part here. So I think I will make some more practice and make one more tutorial again about this, but make sure I understand it's more and more clear. So I will hide this video again, but if you watch this again, I want you to understand how cool this thing is, how much opportunity is open, this ability to build spiral and perspective, because you can, you know, you can like add thickness to it, right? So if you're able to draw this like wire spiral in perspective, then it means you're able to draw any kind of operations with the spirals in perspective. It's just like when you go it's to more and more complex stages, is requires some extra practice to make sure you're not lost. Like, but it was time to train yourself with this thing because it's kind of shift your vision. Oh, cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, so, and you can see like I have some here. I've been drawing. So this one example, like with these sections. So you can make it a stairs, or you can make it, you know, this kind of tsutomu nihi stuff, like just flying pieces, which is like it make it be like so dynamic when it's spiral, when it's not just like like elliptic objects, but they're actually like spiral, so they're moving upwards or downwards, right? So it's, or this kind of snakes, maybe dragon. We always we can see when artist he actually drawing stuff in the space. So if we have this kind of city here, right? So this dragon he kind of he in this space. He is not just a random doodle. So it's very essential perspective skill. It's like rising by wolves, lion, worm. So also here I did this. So here is this I did before. This how spiral kind of looks with a change in perspective. And here this one, here's this kind of stuff. And this one, yeah, this is very cool. So here again some fun with this, like a flying stuff, spirally moving stuff. In this slide in a curvilinear perspective. Yeah, and if you like also will make yourself able to draw the stuff. Yeah, you see these so beautiful shapes here. Ooh, so cool. So if you will able to draw this kind of curves, so you will never be intimidated by ellipses and any kind of curves in perspective. You will become master of curves in perspective. So, So again, how I done this one? It's same like with this I show. It's just okay. Here. Okay, so I will show you. So let me just do section perspective, or maybe like try to show it off here. Let's take this bend perspective. 3 section. So again here we have bottom quarter. Here we have middle. This one. This one will be upper quarter. So it's always start with just like a wire spring. So now I have this wire spring in perspective. So this kind of always with drawing stuff in perspective, always trick is about applying very simple principles which you already know. We already know all this, and we kind of feel like we're fluent with them. But in this situation, kind of, you immediately start to realize, and it's like, oh, actually, it's challenging. It's like your brain start to give up, like from the first second. So how to how to make it this kind of line sections, kind of, right? Because it's like Scott Robertson say, it's all about finding dots or points and connecting them, right? So I don't need to connect them always like completely to full spiral. Sometimes I can break them, right? So what is only important here is to remembering a principle behind this. So так. So remembering how they related in a space. So let's, for example, I have central line, I have this. So this points on the central line here. This points on the central line. Kind of here. So these lines, they give me directions, right? So with these directions, I can say like when we draw this plan, right? So I can use this line like this one, and then I have this line. So it's like perspective grid, right? So now I build this section here, and then to make this, I just need to draw to find other sections. So I choose amount, how many sections I need to find to make sure I can draw this solid form. Cool. So you see, like I find this one first. So I know, okay, now I say, okay, I know this wire spring, it's a middle point here, right? So and now let's say, okay, I know also this point for sure, it's here. And again, I make section from here, now it's this direction. I can find like also, like I told before, this here. So you see now we have this three section, maybe like to make it more dramatic, like, okay. You just make sure you make it correct according to bottom ellipse, because you see you can make mistake here, and it's also because we're eyeballing it. It might be like very minor, not substantial kind of mistake, but if you don't understand you're doing mistake, sometimes like I'm here, you can lost. So and when you will try to fix it, you don't know where's the problem, kind of. So this kind of thing is to be its ability to quickly review, like, you know, to check what is situation here. It's like, okay, mistake is here, so you can like quickly fix. You can like redraw part or maybe redraw whole thing. So now you see we have these sections flying around, snapping kind of like in a 3D program, right? Like we snap this middle point of each plane to this spiral. And now what to draw this kind of form, right? We need to connect these dots, like Scott Robertson say, connecting dots, like this children game, but in a 3D space. So, and again here you see, like, you need to also keep in mind how this one is, like, if I have this form here, now it's extended right? So whole thing will be like little bigger, so I can see it's going here, yeah, like little bigger here. Same, we have this point here, this point here, and I just connect them. So same, you see this point here, this point here, this point here, and this point here, it's already overlapped, right? But we need to see through. So, and same point here, point here. So or it might be like I show you square, but you can do same with the circle. So because no, let's see, yeah, so this will be like a minor axis, like an Excel for circle. So, and again, you see, so here this circle look towards us this way, and here we find this point again somewhere here. So this circle will be like this. So you can, or I can break it somewhere again here, break it 2 times here if I want. So again, I need to find this point on my ellipse on the bottom. I still see this ellipse and all this mess. And this point I drop it down, I see this ellipse on the bottom, which is my like anchor. And these points on the ellipse connect to center line. So now I have direction. This center line here, I repeat this direction, right? I repeat this direction. So now we have this all axis we need for drawing ellipse in perspective. So it's, and I can project this H, projecting H. Okay, so in which this kind of this. It can be like two sync, or I can connect them. So all these sections, right? Like it might be like sections of a complete object, or if you separate them, it will be different elements. So if I separate these sections, now I have two different objects. That's why again it's like we need to exercise with drawing 3D objects in a space. More you draw them, more you have this flexibility and you can play around with this. You start to skewing it, you start to turning it, you start to like breaking it into pieces, carving it, build upon it, all this stuff. So you gain skill to operate with the 3D space and 3D forms. This is like this adult skill. Like when we children, yeah, we quickly like get the skill to draw in like 2D forms, like oh, we can like control proportions, like make circle look like circle, stuff like that. But for professional artists level, we need to learn and practice to make it fluently, to make it like to have real control over 3D forms. Then we have like a serious skill. Like from my consideration, if we artist not able to do this stuff, he is not serious yet. You know, it's like beginner level, and I think like this kind of, you know, this it's kind of taste or connection to reality, you know. Because like what people uh how we define talent, for example, or yeah, let's say talent, right? I think I define talent is eager, dedication, and ability to stay true to yourself, kind of, right? So you like harsh true for us for artists is if you not able to draw properly 3D forms in a space, you're beginner. You're just a beginner, amateur beginner. So we need to break through this and get the skills. When we get the skill, then we became like working on a serious level. All before that is just like a children level, like who like I mean it's a childish level, really. Uh, Perspective of building from top to bottom. Yeah, Daniel, thank you. Yeah, I have here in the channel a lot of tutorial about how to draw from top to bottom. It's kind of it's too broad question, but like no, every building you just need to know every building it's a block, right? So you need just to like again your question is all derived from problem don't have essentials in perspective, because like when again through practice, not just reading one book, two books and feel like you are already knowing perspective. No, this kind of thing again, like almost everybody here on who come to this channel, almost everybody read Scott Robertson book How to Draw. But just read it once, draw it all once, almost don't give you anything. You know, I mean, it give you just idea, but we need to like exercise it, draw it, draw it, draw it, like try it in different situation, like always apply these principles, and then you will see like all sophisticated elements of it. So building from top, I mean, you need to first of all have some reference of building. So what kind of building have on the top? So it might be this kind of thing. It might be like kind of small fence, right? So and then it's all these sections which can be like a flat, like subdivisions, or it might be also like carvings, right? but you can like look for tutorials which give you like step by step, like two-dimensional explanation, like which line you need to draw to make it look like building in perspective. Or you can practice perspective and you will really see how it works. So you can rotate this building in any angle you want. And you not only rotate, you can cut it. You can like make this cut, right? So I can like just break this building in any point. And let's say there will be this like floors inside, right? Like I can spend a lot of time looking for tutorials, like which will explain me how to draw this, or I understand it myself just by knowing perspective. I see somebody artist drawing, or I see like a photograph, and I can calculate it all myself because I have foundation. So let's say and somebody standing here, maybe somebody table. And stuff like that, anything. So like you see Kim Jong-il draw stuff in perspective, same, it's just this ability to draw like stuff like that in perspective, it's evidence of your level of understanding, and it's a result of crazy amount of work and practice and trying to apply all these skills, all these theories. It's not like, you know, you cannot like find it somehow faster. You not find it somehow. You build it. You build this skill through meticulous work, kind of this. So also like what Scott Robertson say, you like understanding Scott Robertson book is also like a spiral, right? So it's like on the first level, like we read this book, when we move like here and we say like, okay, now I know perspective. But to be Scott Robertson, you need to go like 5 or 10 times higher. So what does it mean? It means you will have this kind of feeling like you understand what you're doing, like 5 or 10 times more. This kind of trick. Beginner, he uh kind of he stuck on the first this illusion of getting to result, to get into like I don't know, like a serious skill level, right? Like you draw one's face from like, let's say like, oh, I draw like a face from this perspective, right? Like as like 3/4 from a upper view. Like I have it so many times, like in the art college, you know, like I accidentally draw somebody face a head like this in perspective from top, and I'm like, okay, I know how to draw people in any angle. But then when I draw comic book, for example, like I immediately realize I have no idea how to draw people in any angle. It's so difficult, you know, you start to like panic and you lost completely, like you're like, oh, you're raising this nose like and you cannot figure out how to do. Yeah, just go back to foundations, find your book which you read once and read it second time and do all stuff again, and make sure you're not skipping steps but you're like really very slow, properly doing every step. Make sure you really understand every small detail, every aspect. And even this time you will lost a lot. So you will need to do it again next time. So like again, like I say, like if we talk, for example, Scott Robertson, how to draw book, save your money on workshops and tutorials. Just study this book like at least 4 times, until to the moment like when you will feel like you are Scott Robertson, because it's all there. It's really like all there. It's just uh, we have this. It's called what's called um, cognitive cognitive illusion, I think. Like so, when we jump in a conclusion, like we already understand, but we are not. So you need to break this illusion constantly, uh, like facing it true. Tell yourself like, yeah, I draw better now. It's still very bad. I'm still sucks at drawing, like me, like yeah, I'm here like uh boiling my brain, like building this stuff. I'm so proud of myself, and I even like can share with you how to do this. But Tsutomu Nihei, he draws this already like something like you can draw I don't know, a bicycle, in 2D perspective. Uh, so this kind of stuff, he like so fluent with this drawing stuff in perspective. So I need to tell true to myself. I say like it's just beginning. It's just first touch kind of this. And if I can say true to myself, I will tell I will put myself on this path to make one more uh, improvement move. If I'm lazy, if I will proud kind of how's cool, like vile, arrogant, right? Like I want to be artist right now, and like I don't want to feel like I'm low in the status and stuff like that. Like yeah, I will avoid this. True, I will try to hide my kind of low skill and hide my low level and hide my lack of discipline and lack of problem with the time organization and all the stuff. Yeah, this is what make beginners and amateurs be beginners and be amateurs. You see like very high artist level, like top artist level, like who say like yeah, Kim Jong Gi, like who else? Like I don't know, Mobius, yeah, Tsutomu Nihei, Katsuhiro Otomo, all these artists, and they can see you through. All these artists, they go through this very hard path. It's a lot of work, and they look down onto your level and they see how lazy you are, and instead of pushing yourself, you just find excuses to forgive yourself being so lazy. Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, cool. Yeah, thank you for feedback. Very glad. Yeah. Yes, I also recommend my Comrade courses. And yeah, can you also give write feedbacks there in the Gumroad so people can see like feedbacks? Also, I have a Patreon, some tutorials in the Patreon, which is not here. Maybe can make like Discord if if you became my patron, can make like special Discord. You write me message, we can connect on Discord. Yeah, so it's just it's true. It's true. Like when you learn and when you teach, you teach and require more precision. Like I said, like yesterday, I was already feel like I understand it completely, but explaining it make me reveal my weaknesses. I reveal immediately like where I have lack of knowledge. So now I see like, okay, I need to make one more spiral turn to learn how to draw spirals in the perspective. Yeah, so cool. Yeah. So if you have questions, can think more. But I think, yeah, so I will make one more tutorial about spirals. So it will looks like it's very easy. I want to get to this point, so I will like very much more fluent and give you more clear instructions. And also I will show more about this and how to make it be spiral stairs. Yeah, I can show it right now, but let's make it for next tutorial, like how to starting from just spiral wire, we can draw stairs, which is really cool. And you see also like every time you get a new skill, you can see how your imagination became more sophisticated. You can create like compositions with all these new level elements, like with these much more complex shapes. Now you start like say like, oh, I have like a Jedi fighting on these things, you know. It's like I use my force. So if you don't know how to draw the stuff in perspective, of course you will not have idea of such composition. And also because in perspective you can also make it like here on the background it's actually like rooftops. So we're here like on it's like some kind of flying debris above megapolis somewhere. Yeah, so this kind of stuff. See you next video. We'll do it sooner. We'll try to do it more regular. Bye bye.